Hey guys, this is Zap Crystal in the house, and you are watching my best friend, JLove81.
Hey, it's your girl JLove81. What's going on, guys? Today, we are going to be talking about 5 games we wish we had back in the day. So, when I say we, I mean myself and my girl Zap Crystal. So we got to clap for Zap Crystal. I will leave a link in the description below of her channel, so check her out. She is awesome. She is moving up. She does content, video game pickups, discussions. Check her out, gameplays. And I'm going to pass it on to Zap to see what her 5 games she wish she had back in the day are.
Hey guys, thank you so much JLove81 for having me on your video, and I'm going to share with you guys quickly 5 games that I wish I had back then. Now, these games are in entirely different systems, and some of them I was aware of them when I was young, but some of them I actually discovered them now as an adult, and I wish that back in the day I actually had the opportunity of having it. So number 1 on my list, and I have them here on my phone, is 40 Winks for the PS1. Now, I remember so vividly when back in the day we would have our magazines, and there we would see all the games that were coming out. And I remember I had this little demo of 40 Winks that PlayStation 1 was featuring for their system. I played that demo, and I'm never going to forget. I absolutely remember that game so vividly, and I absolutely fell in love with this game. Now, the reason why I fell in love with this game is that it definitely gave me a vibe of Banjo-Kazooie. So if you ever played Banjo-Kazooie on the Nintendo 64 and you compare it to 40 Winks, it has very similar gameplay style, and the artwork and everything is just so adorable about it. And if you do not know what 40 Winks is, it is 2 kids, a girl and a boy, and they have these nightmares, and they have to, you know, conquer and defeat a boss that is just destroying everybody's dreams with nightmares. That way they can have some pleasant dreams. So that really is what 40 Winks is about. My number 2 that I really want, and I think I absolutely enjoy it till this day, is Earthworm Jim, specifically on the SNES. Now, me and my brother, we had an SNES back then, and we played so many games. And I got to play Earthworm Jim, but the way I got to play Earthworm Jim was on a Sega system. My uncle had one of those Sega systems back then, and every time I would go to my grandma's house and stay with them, I would take the opportunity to play games that I knew I didn't have on the SNES. Now, I would have loved to have it back then, because I know that till this day it is one of my favorite games, and I think I don't need to explain why, but you know, audio is on point, music is on point, gameplay mechanics are so much fun, it's quirkiness, and come on guys, it's a worm in an astronaut suit. Like, how better can you get with that, right? Now, number 3 on my list is Link's Awakening. And this, I discovered it late as an adult. Recently, I purchased Link's Awakening, the remaster that Nintendo did for the Nintendo Switch. And my God, did I fall in love with this game. Everything about that game is just so perfect. You know, the art style that Nintendo went with it, the story, and just overall the characters is so much fun to interact with your environment, interact with all the, you know, the characters along the story, and just play, you know, in those dungeons and puzzle your way through the story. Now, I wish I had a Game Boy Color actually back then. I remember my mom purchased us, and me and my brother, 2 Game Boys. His was a Game Boy Color green, and mine was purple, because of course purple's my favorite color. And we actually couldn't afford too much Game Boy games, because I mean, they were really expensive. So I wish if I would have known that I would have picked Link's Awakening, because I know for a fact that I would have had so much fun. So yeah, that's definitely a game I wish I had back then. Now, another game that I absolutely wish I had back then, but let's be honest, I think my mom would have never permitted us to play that game, and she has all the right to, and it is Conker's Bad Fur Day for the Nintendo 64. Now, it definitely has equally a similar vibe to Banjo-Kazooie, and it's open world, the characters are super fun, and the storyline is really funny, and it's so well done. And I definitely wish that I had it back then, but I know I wasn't going to be able to, you know, as a kid. But as an adult now, I definitely want to pick it up and sit down and have a great time playing it because it's definitely rated for more mature gamers, for adults. So I consider that to be one of those games that broke barrier in the gaming world by bringing gaming with a little bit more mature content. So yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day for the Nintendo 64 is definitely one of those games that I wish I had back then. And lastly, but not least, and this one is considered an arcade game, but it had its way for the NES, and it is Popeye. I love Popeye. I'm a big fan of arcade games, and back in the day, in the golden age of the era of arcades, there were so many great games, guys, and Popeye is one of them. And I wish I had it back then for the NES because it is so much fun. And you know, it's Popeye fighting his way to save Olivia and conquer, you know, his love that he has for her. And it has different stages as you have to avoid, obviously, you know who. And Olivia is just like tossing all sorts of stuff that you need to collect. And once you fill up the bar, you beat the stage, beat the level. And I think that till this day, it actually holds up pretty well. And every time I go to an arcade or a barcade and they have one of these cabinets, that's like one of my go-tos for sure. And there you go, guys. Those are my top 5. Guys, let me tell you something. There is way more games I wish I had back then, but we need to keep it in 5. So these are my top 5 games that I wish I had back in the day. But enough about that. Let's bring it back to you, J-Love.
Those were some awesome picks, Zap. So we're gonna discuss my 5 games I wish I had back in the day. The first game I wish I had back in the day is Adventure Island. Now, I did not grow up with the Adventure Island series. Had I known about this game, I would have fell in love with the series like I do now. I love this game. It is extremely difficult. This came out in 1987 by Hudson Soft, and I would have really enjoyed it. It's a side-scrolling platform game, just like how I like my games, and I love the series. It made me love Super Adventure Island, the new Super Adventure Island on TurboGrafx 16, which I also have on the Wii U, as well as the Wonder Boy remix on the Nintendo Switch that I just got not that long ago. Such a fun series. Now, it pretty much copied the Wonder Boy on the Sega Master System, but they changed it up, especially the music. The music's fantastic in this game. So definitely a game I wish I had back in the day. The next game I wish I had back in the day is Sonic the Hedgehog on the Genesis. Now, I did not grow up with the Genesis. I played this game whenever I had the chance, when I go visit a cousin, a friend, and I fell in love with the Sonic series. It was just fast paced. I love how cute he is, and I love the fact that he goes around the loop as fast as possible, and your life is your coins, which is awesome. So if you lose your coins and you get hit, that's it. So I think this game is fabulous. This game came out in 1991. And yeah, it's something I wish I grew up with for sure. Next game came out in North America in 1992 on the Super Nintendo, and that is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, I did not grow up with this game. I got it when I was a little bit older. This game came out in 1992, and it is obviously, you know, an action adventure game. And what I love about this game, it is a top-down overview, which is what my favorite Zelda games are. The original Legend of Zelda, my all-time favorite, and the top-down perspective is my favorite type of Zelda game. I'm not knocking the other ones. They're pretty good too, but this, you know, A Link Between Worlds, A Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, all those games just give me that original feel. The only difference is they improved. Obviously, the graphics on this, you know, 16-bit, the sword, he now can sway side to side instead of the forward stabbing, which I like a lot. Just a lot of cool features in this game. So it's like a new and improved original Legend of Zelda. You got to save Hyrule again. I mean, fantastic game. So I love the original Legend of Zelda so much. I don't know what possessed me to not even ask for this. I guess because I wasn't a fan of the second one. For some reason, it turned me off to the third one, and I regret it. So definitely a game I wish I had back in the day. The next game that I wish I had back in the day. I do not have the original, but it's in my 6-pack Genesis collection, and that is Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage, a beat-em-up game, one of the best beat-em-up games out there. So good, it spawned 4 games. The latest one that just came out in 2020, Streets of Rage 4. This game came out in 1991 as well. And like I said, I did not grow up with the Genesis, so to grow up with something like this, and I missed out on all 3 Streets of Rage, didn't get to play them till I was much older. I highly regret not getting this game. Jen, I cannot believe that you did not have this game. You're such a Nintendo fan. You're a Mario fan. How did you not have this? Mario Kart 64. This game came out in 1997. So 1997, I was a junior. No, I'm sorry. I was a sophomore in high school. And I played this whenever I was at my best friend Justin's house. That's how I had the opportunity to play it. Never, ever got it myself. I don't know why till I was older. This game is so much fun. To me, one of the best in the series. I mean, you figure it now has that 3D effect, and just the graphics were improved. They have battle mode, which was so much fun playing multiplayer, where you got to pop each other's balloons. Last man standing wins. It was fantastic for its time. And it's something that I definitely would have liked to have. I had Diddy Kong Racing, which is fantastic game, but I definitely really wish I would have had this. But you know what? I got all the rest as soon as they came out. So never again will I miss out on a Mario Kart game. That's it, guys. So those are our 5 games we wish we had back in the day. And I want to leave an open call for you guys to do a video as well. What are your 5 games you wish you had back in the day? So please feel free to do a video, or if you do not want to, respond down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. We got to clap for, once again, our girl Zap Crystal. Check her out. I'll leave her link in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us. I highly appreciate it. And don't forget, promote positivity. I'll see you guys later.